quickly gritting her teeth, and said, "Jack, what was that back there at dinner?" I leaned against the car and looked at her pouting face. She was so cute, I couldn't help grinning like an idiot. "What?" I didn't mean anything by it. "I just wanted to ask how you slept that night, Aunt Lucy." Lucy instantly lost it and reached out to cover my mouth, but I caught her wrist in one move. Her hand was soft and smooth, exactly like I remembered from that night. Holding her wrist, I could clearly feel her pulse racing. It sent a jolt through me, and before I knew it, I stepped closer, almost pressing up against her. The garage lighting was dim, with only the emergency lights casting this weak glow across her face. Her eyelashes were long, trembling just a little. "Aunt Lucy, why are you backing away?" I looked down at her, my voice low and teasing. "You weren't like this that night. You were wrapped around me, calling me little brother over and over. You were pretty affectionate. So why do you look like you've seen a ghost now that you're seeing me?" Lucy's face turned even redder. She tried hard to yank her hand back, but no matter what she did, she couldn't break free. Her eyes were already getting red as she gritted out, "Jack, let go of me. Don't push it. That night was an accident. We were both drunk, okay? Can't we just leave it at that?" "No." I didn't even have to think about it before I shot her down. Looking straight into her eyes, I said seriously, "It wasn't an accident to me. Lucy, I don't care if you're my mom's best friend or someone I'm supposed to call auntie. What happened that night? I own it." Lucy froze. A flash of shock crossed her eyes like she never expected me to say something like that. I let go of her wrist, opened the driver's side door, and raised an eyebrow at her. "Get in, Aunt Lucy. My mom told me to get you home safe, and I'm not about to make her worry. Whatever you want to say, we can talk on the way." Lucy stood there staring at me for a while, then finally clenched her jaw and got into the passenger seat. I started the car, pulled out of the garage, and headed toward the riverfront. I already knew that was where all the top luxury Riverview penthouses in River City were. A successful businesswoman like Lucy definitely lived over there. The car was dead quiet except for the sound of the AC. Lucy leaned back in the passenger seat and stared out the window. Her profile looked soft, but I could tell her emotions were all over the place. After a long silence, she finally spoke first, her voice barely above a whisper. "Jack, I want what happened that night to stay buried forever, especially from your mom. She's my best friend. If she finds out about us, we won't even be able to stay friends." I nodded and kept my eyes on the road as I said, "I won't tell my mom unless you want her to know." Lucy let out a small breath of relief and added, "Let's just treat it like it was an accident. What's done is done. From now on, we act like a normal aunt and nephew, okay?" I glanced at her and smiled. "Aunt Lucy, do you really think that's possible? After everything that happened between us, how am I supposed to look at you like some ordinary aunt? Every time I see you, I think about that night, about the way you held me. I can't do it." Lucy's face turned bright red with anger, and she smacked my arm. "You're driving, stop talking nonsense." I laughed and dodged her hand. "I'm not talking nonsense, I'm telling the truth." "Lucy, let me ask you something. Why were you so wasted that night at the bar, and why did you come over and flirt with me when you were alone? Someone like you doesn't just walk up to random men, right?" The second I said that, Lucy's expression dimmed. A flash of loneliness crossed her eyes, mixed with a little anger. She turned her head and looked out the window, her voice low and muffled. "That's none of your business." "How is it none of my business? We slept together. That makes your business my business. I can't just stay in the dark about why a woman ended up in my bed." Lucy stayed quiet for a long time. In the end, she sighed and told me the truth. She had an ex-husband named Tom. They were married for 8 years, but in the end, they got divorced because their personalities didn't match, and because they could never have a child. When they divorced, Lucy gave him $10 million. She'd done more than enough.